Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. His first carry of the game. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. This is Geis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there out of Geis. 41 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now! Check it in! Hey, we're good! Ready? Watch the screen! Watch the safety creep! Hey, switch gears!
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays. And
he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 or. Walk 54, walk 54. Coming, baby.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
You draw Corker. Hurry back.
On the ground, it's Cook. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bring it. Bring it. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
What's screen? You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Minnesota.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Crunch. Switch.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's see what you got. Watch safety green. Watch safety
Ready? Back to the ground, this time Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Let's go. 59 Mike. Check, 59. I'm not ready. Check General West. Get it.
They'll run with Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check your hot read. Joker, 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 Joker.
Now Minshew. The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Lucky. Safe.
Minshew sets to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike 5-4. Here we go, G.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
At the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We're good. Check 13. Check 31. OP.
They'll run to Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Right now. 180. Hey, let's get that ball. Right here. Kill. Check 3. 93.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
We go. 10 Lobo. Let's go, defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew, he's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw it. Minshew, he's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 minutes to play in this 1st half. 7-3, our score.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he finds Stills, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead is now 10-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cause
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jamie Collins, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Carr to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Carr now on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On first down, Carr able to find his running back, Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
90 Wolf. Protein spill. You better be afraid of me. Hatchet, hatchet. Ready?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 10. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Geis looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. They stay on the ground. Geis again. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the blood.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Recon, 130.
They start the drive with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ready. Set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That one complete to Hill. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. They complete it to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll set up to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
No. Off. Hey, orbit. 59. Let's go.
It'll be Minshew again. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll drop the throw. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Let's go. Do it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
On the
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Minshew, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. John Simon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
25, check 25, check 25.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to
and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Darius Geis, an 80-yard touchdown. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On 2nd down, Minshew. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And Stills bringing it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, Charlie. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Minshew sets to throw, and this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
They can't stop me out here.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Vikings 27.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they